Okay, Christina, so here is your long shot. Here is your portrait. Oh, I get it. Model railroad disease. Adult males are very susceptible. That's funny. Okay, and then here is your vocational shot, and then here is your still life. So I think your still life is brilliant. This is a really fantastic shot. I just love the quality of the light. I love the very narrow depth of field. I mean, it's a great shot. And your vocational shot, I think, actually would have made a stronger environmental portrait, to tell you the truth, because there's context here. You know, this tells us what he's up to. And I mean, I think it's actually a very strong portrait. Here's your portrait, and though this is really amusing, it's just a bit off. Like it's like I don't know if it's out of focus or what, but it's just a bit off. The white balance is a little bit too orangey. It's weird. However, it's really the composition is great. To tell you the truth, like this dark heavy side, then with this light funny side. This is, I mean, I don't know, you know, now that I'm looking at it, and this happens sometimes, once I start talking about something, I end up actually really liking it once I start talking about it. So, okay, I'm sold. Here's your portrait, and here's your vocational shot. Though you might see that no, okay, I've got it. Because something was off. This is what I can't handle about the two shots, is the quality of light, because here we've got these overhead fluorescent lights, and then here we've got the warm sunlight that's being bounced back at him from something over here, you know, like something white is... The sun's just bouncing back. That's what's bothering me, because I like the light quality here. I think it works really well for the story. I don't think that this works as well. However, the composition and the setup of this image is fantastic. The lighting isn't working as well as it is here, and then here. And then lastly is your long shot. This long shot doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's difficult for us to tell what's going on, and then you're using such a wide lens that there's so much distortion. It just feels kind of off. Like it feels like the building's kind of falling down towards the lower right. Let's see if we can find a better long shot. I almost like the long shots that are actually close-ups of the train set better, frankly. Yeah, his shed just doesn't really tell us very much. You know, it would have been really interesting to get a little bit further away from like this area that you're shooting here, and make your grandfather a smaller part of this arrangement, and use that as your long shot, because we've got the signage that's a lot more telling than just that plain old red building. That building just doesn't really tell us very much, but the signage does. And then the way that the leaves are acting as gobos and giving us these beautiful abstracted lighting qualities is really, really incredible. So I think I would have liked to have seen a different arrangement there. So anyways, very successful still life, very successful vocational shot, fairly successful portrait, though the lighting is just a little eh. And then there's your long shot, and I just don't think it's adding to the narrative. So you've got some strong successes here, and then there's some lacking also. And you know, it's a first shot. Now, what we would have hoped is that students would have taken their lighting kit with them and really used, you know, took it upon themselves to control lighting, not just deal with what was there. And so that didn't happen here, and I just want to point out to you that I think you could have had a much more successful shoot if you would have taken your lighting kit with you. Because you can imagine, you know, any of these shots, these ones where the lighting is really crazy and abstracted, would have been beautiful if you would have simply just taken a reflector and bounced some light back into your subject. Then he would have had even lighting, but he would have been against this really dynamic, crazy background. That could have been fantastic. So even taking just some light modification tools and employing them toward your end would have been very, very, very helpful. So that's the lesson here, okay? But otherwise, like I said, you do have some very strong shots. Your first two are fantastic. Okay, thank you, Christina.